Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to another episode of the Minecraft Survival Let's Play. So at the end of the last episode I came over to this witch hut. So I turned this into a witch farm quite a while ago. And I came over here to start clearing all of the land out. So you can see that I've started doing this in between episodes. So you can see that I've made a little bit of progress, but not too much. If you look at the top left, I'm on Y level 45 at the moment. And I need to dig this down all of the way to Bedrock, which is Y level 5, so there's like another 40 layers to go. It's going to take me quite a while, but I think it's going to be worth it just for all of the ores that I'm going to find here. And if I come up here to the AFK spot, you can see that I've been filling all of these shulker boxes here with the different materials. And once these get filled up, I go over here and put them in this chest. So I've got a full chest full of shulker boxes, and each one of these is full of a different resource. And then up here as well, almost 2 full double chests of shulker boxes, and these are all just full of stone, gravel, granite and stuff like that. And I'm not entirely sure what to do with all this, so I've still got a lot of digging to go down here, and I don't really want to waste any more shulker boxes on storing resources. So I need to find a way to use all of these, or I might just throw them in lava. I know you can trade with villagers for stone, and you can also trade like andesite and stuff. So I might go and trade with some villagers later on to try get rid of some of this stuff, then I can get some emeralds back. So I've been getting a lot of ores from this as well. So at the moment I'm only getting coal and iron. I don't really need iron because of the iron farm, and I've got quite a lot of coal already, but it'll be useful to get a little bit more just in case I ever need it. And the last thing that I want to show here is the pickaxes. So in the last episode all of these were pretty much full apart from like 3 of them. Now they're all pretty low durability, and the same in this one as well. I used 5 of these and then pretty much all of the shovels. So I need to head over to the XP farm and mend all of these soon. So I've actually been doing some updates of this project over on my TikTok account. And I know a lot of people who are watching these videos on YouTube are actually from TikTok, so you've probably been paying attention to those videos over there. And you can see the witches keep falling down here. It's quite efficient already. I don't really need to dig too much more, but I'm going to go all of the way down to Bedrock anyway. So all of the tools are fully repaired, and all of the shovels and stuff in this one as well. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but I actually broke one of the pickaxes. I just wasn't paying attention to the durability. It got a little bit too low and then it broke. So I just put these back in the ender chest. And you might have realised that my level's been going up quite a lot over the last few episodes. So right now I'm level 600, and that's because I'm trying to get to 1000 levels in survival. So this is the gold farm. I built it quite a while ago, I think like episode 2. And I use this for pretty much all of the XP that I get. I also go to the guardian farm sometimes, but this is my main source of XP. So I just thought I'd mention it. If you see my level going up during these episodes or in between episodes, I've probably been over here for a while getting some XP because I'm trying to get to 1000 levels. But now I'm level 600, it's going to take about 4 or 5 hours to get to level 700. And then once I'm level 700, it will take even longer to get to level 800. So it's going to take me a while to get to 1000. But I'm just going to keep going over to the XP farm and using it every time I've got a little bit of time to stay AFK over there. And hopefully I can get to level 1000 in the next few weeks. But anyway, getting on to what I want to do in this episode. I don't really have much time to record this week, but I still want to get a video out at the weekend like I usually do. So I'm going to build a farm, and it's only going to be a small farm. So you might be able to tell by the items in this chest. It's going to be a rabbit farm. They're pretty simple to build, it's only going to be small. And I've actually done some work off camera over in the farming district. I'm going to collect the shulker box and I'm going to head over there. So I picked a spot here in the farming district to build the farm. And it's only going to be a small one, so I'm going to put it in this little spot here. So the beacon was here, but I've moved the beacon over to the other side. So there's plenty of room here. This farm's only going to take up like 4 by 3 or something like that. So I can definitely just fit it in here at the end. So you can see over here that I've got a few rabbits together. I don't know how many I'm going to need. I'll probably use about 10 of these and then just kill the rest. I just got them from the desert over there, so it wasn't too far to bring them. But anyway, getting onto the farm, I think I've got all of the materials I'm going to need here. So I'm just going to quickly build this on camera. So I think I'm going to build this a few blocks away from the corner, so probably like here. and then this should be the same on the other side as well, so about here. So it's 2 blocks apart, and I just need to make these into 2 lines of 3. So now I can tear up the floor and then make this sandstone as well. So I'm using sandstone, but you can just use whatever blocks you want. I'm going to place 2 chests at the front here, or a double chest, and then a double chest at the back as well. So I'm just going to be using this for carrot storage, and then the front chests are where the rabbit drops are going to go. So now I can just build this up a little bit, so I'm going to go 1 up in each of the corners, put some glass at the back there, I put some glass here as well, and I'm going to leave these 2 open for now. So now you can place the fence posts on these 2 blocks here, and they won't connect to the glass around the outsides. So there's going to be some rabbits on top of these fence posts, and then the baby rabbits will drop through the sides and then land on top of here. And I'm actually going to place some half slabs on top of here, so the baby rabbits will be right here on top of these half slabs. So I'm going to place 2 more bits of glass here in front of the fence posts, build 2 more up in each of the corners like this, and then 1 more bit of glass on top of each of these pieces here, and then finally I'm going to put some sandstone around the top. So there's only a couple more steps now. So first of all I'm going to put slack, and this is just to get up to the top. I'm going to put them on both sides, you don't really need to. And I'm going to put some trapdoors up here just to cover this up. So this is just so I can get up here to feed the rabbits, to breed them, then I can close it again afterwards. And the final step is just to place some trapdoors underneath the bottom of the glass here. And this is to stop the baby rabbits from getting out. So I've tested this, and the baby rabbits can actually squeeze through this gap. So the only way to stop them from getting out is to either close the trapdoors like this, or you can change these slabs for enchantment tables. And I just dropped some frames there for some reason. But if you swap the slabs for enchantment tables and then remove the trapdoors, the rabbits can't squeeze through the gap because it's a little bit too small. So what I'm going to do instead of wasting 2 enchantment tables is keep it like this and keep these trapdoors shut. And I'm going to wait and look through here, and I'm going to wait until all of the rabbits are fully grown, and then they won't be able to squeeze through this gap. So I'll open these up and then I can kill all the rabbits. So the only thing left to do is to get some of these up into the farm. I'm not really too sure how to do that. I think I'll just get some dirt and then try to lead them up with some carrots. So I think a 2 wide staircase like this, and then maybe place some blocks around here, like 2 high. I might be able to get a few of them up here and then just nudge them into the hole, and then they should get stuck on top of the fences. Okay, so this is kind of working. There's a few of them that's gone in, and some of them are just kind of going crazy. I think that's 2 in there at the moment. That's a baby, so he's going to fall down. So that's 3, 4. I'll try to get these 2 in here, and then that'll be 6. So I'm not entirely sure how many rabbits are in there. I think there's about 15 to 20. And if I head behind the back, I've got the carrots stored up in this chest. So if I get some of these out and head up here, you can see that I can just open these doors and reach in here to breed them all. And then you can see some baby rabbits down below already. I'll just breed all of them. So the rabbits just drop through and they end up down here. Then I've just got to wait for them all to grow up like that one there. Otherwise, like I mentioned, when I open these trapdoors, they will all just start running out. So throughout the week, while I'm over here collecting some wood, I'm also just going to be over here breeding these rabbits up. Then hopefully by the end of this episode, I can collect a full stack of all of the different items that the rabbits drop. So that's rabbit's feet, rabbit meat, I think rabbit hide, I think there's also rabbit stew. I'm not too sure how to craft that, but I'll be able to take all of those items off the checklist. So I'll come back to this project at the end of the episode at some point, but for now I'm just going to head back to the base. So I was thinking about things that I could do in this episode that isn't going to take too long, and I've decided that I'm going to go through all of these chests here, or at least a few of them, and I'm going to try to collect some of the items that I'm not going to be building farms for. So if I go into this blocks chest here, you can see the red sandstone. So I don't even think it's possible to build a farm for this stuff. So I'm just going to go out in this episode and collect some of this, and I should actually be able to check off all of the items in this chest here. And there's quite a lot of items that I need to check off the checklist, and I've already got all of the materials in the storage room. I just need to craft them. So if I look in the workstations chest here, you can see that most of these items just require things like wood. I think the loom needs string, and there's flint for the fletching table, I think just paper for the cartography table, and there's things like cobblestone, bookshelves, there's bookshelves down here as well that I can easily craft. The anvils, I've got the iron farm already, so pretty much everything in this chest I can just go and craft from things that I've got in the storage room. The only item in this chest here that I won't be able to check off the checklist today is the lodestones. There's no way I'm going to be able to get enough ingots to get 64 of these, so I'm going to have to check that off another day. And if I head over here to the redstone chest, I'm pretty sure I should be able to check off all of these items just with materials that I've got up in the storage room. So a lot of it is just like bits of redstone, and then there's some cobblestone for these items over here, some quartz for the observers and the daylight sensors, and I've got plenty of quartz. And then also stuff like hay for the target blocks, I've got plenty of that as well. So I'm quickly going to head up to the storage room and see if I can craft all of these items in here, and then see if I can craft all of these items in here as well, apart from the lodestones. So I've collected most of the items, but I still need to collect some very damaged anvils. So I've got 44 here, and this is how I've been damaging them. So I've just been dropping them from the top of the base up here, and they fall all the way down to the bottom. So I've been placing 3 on each of these, so 3 here and all the way across. So now if I come down here I can mine these, and these are actually only slightly damaged if you look here. So slightly damaged and very damaged. So to get them very damaged I need to break them again and then go all the way back up to the top and drop them down a second time. So I've dropped them all down a second time, and now you can see that they're all classed as very damaged anvils here. So I'll collect these, and then that's the last item that I was going to collect. So now I've got quite a lot of items to check off the checklist. It actually took me quite a while to get all of these. It used a lot of wood as well. So I'm going to get all of these and I can put them in the chest. So that's a stack of most of the items in this chest. I didn't bother getting the stack of enchantment tables because I don't have the obsidian. I've got all of the books and all of the diamonds. I just don't have 4 stacks of obsidian just yet. So I'll have to do that at a later date. And I also didn't manage to check off all of the respawn anchors. I crafted the first stack here, but all of these other ones I don't have enough glowstone to make them. And over here to the redstone stuff, I'm pretty sure I've managed to collect every single item that I needed here. So if I go into the chest I can check off all of these items, if I could actually open the chest. So that's 64 of every single item in this chest, apart from the minecarts of course, because they don't stack. So what I'm going to do now is head up to the storage room, and I need to get 2 levers to turn those lights on. So that's another chest complete now, and another set of lights turned on. So I think that's 11 overall that I've completed. And I think in this episode I actually want to try and complete 1 or 2 more. So next up, what I want to do is go and collect some resources that I can put into the chest. So there's some resources that I'm not going to be building farms for in this series. So if I go to like the glass and banners up here, you can't make a farm for glass, you just have to go out and collect it. So I might go out and get a load of sand and then turn it all into glass, and then get all of these different colours of glass. And over in the plants chest as well, there's a few items like the lily pads and the vines, the grass and the seagrass, the ferns, and then the dead bush down here. I'm never going to make a farm for any of those items, so I might as well just go and collect them now, and then I can check them off the checklist. There's actually quite a lot of items that I should be able to check off today. So if I go into the netherwood chest here, this is all of the different netherwood that got added in the nether update. And I know that it is possible to make farms for this stuff, but I don't think I'm ever going to make one on this world. So what I'm going to do is just go to the nether and tear down a load of trees and stuff, and I can collect all of this stuff pretty easily. And like I've already mentioned, if I go to this chest here, the red sandstone and the sandstone is very easy to collect. And then there's also the bricks that I can get from villager trading, and then the mossy cobble and the mossy stone bricks are also easy to get. So I think what I'm going to do is just a quick time lapse of me heading out to collect loads of different materials here. And when I get back we'll see how many different items I can check off the checklist. So that took a little bit longer than I expected, but I've got quite a lot of items that I can add to the checklist here. So we'll start off with the nether chest. I've already gone ahead and put a lot of the blocks in here. There's still a few other things that I need to collect, like mostly quartz. I need to do some more villager trading. The gilded blackstone, I need to go to a bastion and get some of that. Also the nylium, I just don't have enough to get the full stack. And the quartz down here as well. I've just completely run out of quartz at this point, so I'm going to have to go and collect some from the nether and also do some villager trading later on. But I still managed to check off a lot of items, and this is just from stuff that I had laying around in the storage room that I've gathered over the season. So next up we can go over to the plants chest, and I've got 6 different items here. You just saw me collect all of these during that time lapse. So I can just open a plants chest and put 3 or 4 of these items in, like this, and then the other 2 I need to take the paper out. So there's the ferns up at the top there, and then the dead bush right there. So that's another 6 items checked off the checklist. So next we've got all of the coloured glass, and then all of the panes as well. So I'm just going to quickly put them into this chest here. So that's all of the different colours of glass checked off, as well as all of the glass panes. And there's just one more item that I need to collect in this chest, and that is the Woodland mansion banner. So I'm going to have to go and get that at some point, and I need to collect 16 of them. So I'm not entirely sure how hard that's going to be, but that's the last item that I need to collect for that chest. I've just got a few more items over here. So first of all, I've got some walls, and then some hay bales and dirt path blocks. So these just go in the random blocks right here. So all of the walls go at the bottom, and those are all up to 64 now. And then the hay bales go there, and then the path blocks up at the top. So that's a few more items checked off there. And finally, I've just got a few more blocks here. So I'll collect all of these, and all of these are going to go in this blocks chest. And I think I've actually got enough items to check off everything in this chest right now. So every item in this chest is stacked up to 64 now. So I've gone behind and I've turned the lamps on. So that is the 12th chest that I've checked off the checklist. So there's a few more items that I could go and collect pretty easily and check off the checklist, like the quartz and the rest of the stuff in this nether chest. It's quite easy to get, so I could probably check that off, but I'm running out of time, so I'm going to do that in the next episode. And the same with the nether wood. This stuff is quite easy to collect, so I'll probably do that in the next episode as well. So I was using this a bit last night, and you can see that I've got a few of the drops here. So I've got a full stack of the rabbit hide and then the raw meat. I've got 41 of the feet so far, and I also need to get a second stack of the raw meat so I can cook it, and then I can check the cooked meat off the checklist as well. So I've got a few of the rabbits up here, and that one must not have been fully grown. He managed to get out, so I can just kill him right now. And then the other ones are all fully grown, so if I kill these I can get some more drops. So that's how easy it is. So now I've got 2 stacks of raw meat. I didn't quite manage to get a full stack of the rabbit's feet, so I'm going to have to use this a little bit more in between episodes, and then in the next episode I can check off the rabbit's feet as well. So I'm just going to take the rest of the drops back to the base, but I'll leave these here for now, and then I should be able to check 3 more items off the checklist. I've cooked a stack of the rabbit, so I can check that off the checklist. I've also got the raw rabbit, so that's 2 more items there, and then the rabbit hide as well for this chest. So that's 3 more items checked off the checklist. But that's all of the items that I'm going to be checking off the checklist in this episode. I think this is the most I've ever managed to do in one video. So before I end today's episode, there's one more thing that I want to do. So I've trapped a zombie over there, and then I've got this minecart rail going down into my villager room. So I want to try and get this guy down there and then see if I can get some cheaper trades. So if I put a minecart there, he should just be able to get into it. Maybe if he path finds to me or something like this. I need to try and move him over by 1 block so he gets into the minecart. Okay, so now I've got him in here, I should just be able to push him down. I don't really want to go towards him with my armour on, so I'm going to take this off. Otherwise he's going to take damage to the thorns. Now I can just push him, and he should go all of the way down to my villager storage room down here, or the villager trading hall. And I actually fought ahead and trapped the iron golems in a boat here. This is just so they don't go over and kill the zombie. So I'm not sure what the easiest way to do this is, but I'm going to try it here. So what I'm doing is trying to get cheaper trades off all of the villagers. So this guy here sells me mending for 10 emeralds, which is actually quite cheap anyway, but I'm going to try and get it a little bit cheaper. So the way to do this is to let this guy kill the villager, then this guy will turn into a zombie villager, and then if I cure him back into a normal villager again, he should give me cheaper trades. I think he'll give me 1 emerald for a mending book. So I'm going to try this right now. So you can see that this guy is killing the villager now, and then he should turn into a zombie villager once he dies, just like that. And now I need to try get behind and get the zombie back out. So I've got the zombie back out. You can see that this guy's trapped in here, and I'm going to do this one at a time. I think if you start doing multiple of these at the same time, they can have problems with like linking to the wrong workstations and the wrong beds and stuff like that. So it's just going to be easier to do this one at a time. So to cure a zombie villager, you need a splash potion of weakness. So I've got one right here. I'm going to throw it at this guy. It's probably going to hit me as well, it usually does. Then I've got a golden apple. I can just feed him this, and then you can see the red particles coming out of him now. So we've just got to wait. It usually takes like a minute or two. So I'm just going to wait here until it's changed back. So that took just less than 2 minutes. And now if I go and look at this guy's trades, you can see here 1 emerald and a book for a mending book. So now I can just trade with this guy and get the mending books. So I've got 2 here for 1 emerald each. And this guy's actually an old villager, so he only gives me 2 trades at a time. But some of my other villagers that I've got in here, I can get I think 12 trades at a time before they lock their trades. So this is one of the first ever villagers that I got, so that's why he's only giving me 2 books here. And because I cured this guy, some of the other villagers are also giving me slightly cheaper trades. But you can see here it's 13 emeralds instead of 18. That's still quite expensive. So if I wanted this for 1 emerald, I would have to turn him into a zombie villager and cure him as well. And over here I can get Silk Touch for 13 instead of 15. So some of these villagers I might go around and change and get the cheaper trades. Some of them I might just leave, like the Sharpness 5. I'm never going to use this many Sharpness 5 books, so there's no need to convert him and then change him back. But the main reason I wanted to bring the zombie down here is to get cheaper trades from the stonemasons on this side. So at the start of the episode over at the witch farm, I showed you all of the shulker boxes full of stone that I've got. And you can see that these guys will buy stone for 1 emerald. But at the moment it's 20 stone for 1 emerald. They also buy diorite, granite and andesite as well. So I've just got so much of that over at the witch farm. I thought it would be a good idea to get some cheaper trades from these guys. And then I can go and get all of the resources and materials and then come and sell them back to these guys. So I'm not going to do it in this episode because I've run out of time, but I'm going to do it in between episodes, and I'm going to try get all of these guys so they sell 1 emerald for 1 bit of stone and 1 emerald for 1 bit of granite or andesite or diorite. So I should be able to make a few thousand emeralds just from selling all of my materials back to these guys. And this mending villager has already refreshed his trade. It's only been like 2 minutes since I got the other 2 books. Now I can get 2 more, and I'll put these in the barrel as well. So because I'm doing it one at a time instead of doing multiple villagers at a time, it just makes sure that the villagers don't get broken and they can still refresh their trades. But anyway, that is where I'm going to be ending today's episode. I said at the start I didn't have too much time to record today, but I'm pretty happy with the amount of items that I checked off the checklist. And I've also got the zombie down there, which I've wanted to do for a while, to get some cheaper trades. So I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made. And it's going to be a few days before I start recording the next episode. So if anyone's got any ideas for what you want me to do in that one, just let me know down in the comments and I'll read through them. But until then, I'll see you all next time.